Welcome to the Fantasy Football Prophet podcast, hosted by Craig Phillips and Jeff Torrey. Visit us at fantasyfootballprophet.com. And now your hosts, Craig and Jeff.
Welcome everyone to the Fantasy Football Prophet podcast. I'm Craig Phillips, joined as always by Jeff Torrey, and we're officially into the offseason, Jeff. But I thought we don't really want to be done with fantasy football, so it's time for playoff leagues. A brand new idea that there's been playoff leagues, but this is our little idea. We're drafting a 16-team league. We're going to draft right now, actually, on the podcast. Me and Jeff each have a team. We got 4 others. We're drafting 7 players. 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex spot. Points accumulate throughout the playoffs, so there's a lot of strategy involved. You excited, Jeff? A little draft in action here?
I am. I like this. Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because you might get the best players, the Gurleys, the Bells, those kind of guys. But there's also some strategy involved. What if Gurley doesn't make it out of the first round?
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's got my mind kind of going all over the place. Yep. I'm trying to figure out who is the lower seeds that could possibly squeeze out a few more victories. Or do you just go on, the teams that you think are going to go all the way to the Super Bowl, pick everything with New England and Philly, and just go by the gross amount of points you can get?
It's going to be interesting. So, I've done a couple already. We've done a few on the Instagram account, and the strategies are all over the place. You never know what to expect. So, I think we're just going to get this thing going. I'm letting them know that the draft is now underway, and Cody is up with the first pick. So, we're going to see what he would go. What would you do if you had number 1 pick here, Jeff? You have 3rd. I have 6. Yeah. So what would you do if you had the number 1 pick?
If I had the number 1 pick, I think I would have to go Le'Veon Bell.
Yep. And Bell just went.
All right.
That's about what you would think. He went number 1 in in only one of the 3 leagues I've done so far. Gurley went number 1 in the next. So you kind of expect Gurley maybe to go right here, number 2 before you pick, and Gurley just went. So it went Bell, it went Gurley. Now Jeff is on the clock.
All right, and this is where I didn't want to be. At number 3, after Gurley and Bell both get picked, I think after those 2, you have a real kind of a conundrum. Do you go for a Tom Brady, a quarterback that you think is going to play a few games, or do you go farther down the list, perhaps Antonio Brown, something like that? But for me, it could really backfire, but I'm actually going to assume that New Orleans is going to take out Carolina in first round so I can get multiple games out of this guy, but I'm going to go Alvin Kamara.
Okay, Kamara. Yeah. If they're the team that gets to the Super Bowl out of the NFC, that's almost a winner right there, I feel like. I think that's a good pick because they definitely could get there. But if they lose first round,
yeah, I'm screwed.
You're screwed. So, but I like it.
So I'll try to make up for that later on.
Kamara has been a number 1 pick in every draft. He went 4th, he went 3rd, he went 3rd, and he went 3rd again. So you are right in line with what everyone is gone. And now, let's see, who do we have up next? It looks like we have Nep is up next. He's actually asked us a bunch of questions throughout the year on the mailbag episodes. And he was in our actual listener leagues, which I think I mentioned before, but we are the champs of the listener leagues, Jeff. So 1st and 2nd place we took. So Nep is up. He's making his pick right now. I could see Antonio Brown going something, or let's find out what he does. Ooh, I think he made a mistake. Big mistake here, possibly. He just picked LaShawn McCoy, who might not even play this week. And if he does, he plays for the Bills.
Ouch.
So
yeah, so you get 1 game out of him. Well, who knows? I guess he went off the same idea I did. I just think Buffalo has a very low chance of getting past Jacksonville, but that's just me.
I'm not sold on Jacksonville like some people are. So if he's healthy, he plays this week, and they get the win. You get 2 good games out of a running back, but I think there's better options here in the first round.
Yeah, like the guy's playing Fournette, I think.
If you want, in the 3rd league we did, I picked LaShawn McCoy. I was going to take a chance on him in the 7th and final round, 2nd to last pick.
Oof.
So our Thomas Hoff, let's see what his name. Let's see if I got his name here. It's Roman Thomas Hoff. He's up, picks Mark Ingram.
Okay, so he's on my bandwagon.
Yep. So Mark Ingram here. So that leaves me with a pick, and it's actually my teams are all going to look similar now. because I think I'm kind of forced into a spot here where I think I have to go for sure. I got 2 picks here because I got back-to-back.
Right.
So I'm going to pick to start off because it's the easy one. I'm going Antonio Brown just because that's, I think, an easy spot there.
Right.
I'm going to write this down, let them know who I'm picking. Going Brown with my first. I have one more, and let's sync here. I mean, I shouldn't look at it as I have 3 other leagues going because I have some combinations of this in a lot of my leagues. But you know what? I'm going Tom Brady. I'm just going to do it.
I was going to say, I think he's the best case scenario as far as quarterback goes. I think he has the best chance of playing, the most games.
Yep. I think so too. So I'm loaded up with Brady in 3 of these 4 leagues. And so I really hope it works out. If Brady gets to the Super Bowl, if the Patriots get to the Super Bowl, I'm in pretty good shape.
Right, exactly.
So,
and if he doesn't, you're not actually hurting too bad.
I'm going to get at least 1. I probably get 2 out of it, I think. I don't think they would lose until the conference final.
I don't see that either.
So you got 2 more picks before you're up again. Roman's up. He picked Ingram with his last pick. Let's see. Might take a minute. This draft's moving pretty good so far. Good that these guys got on there and have, moved pretty quickly. So I just love drafting. This is fun.
It is. It's a different spin on it too. It's a very different way to think of it.
I mean, earlier if we didn't have this whole trying to figure out how many games they're going to play, you wouldn't have thought twice about Kamara there at 3.
No,
it wouldn't even be like, oh, Kamara, yeah, no problem. But I also I wouldn't have picked Tom Brady at the spot I just did if it wasn't for this format, hoping he's getting the game. So I would have gone probably like Fournette there. But I'm not sure what Jacksonville's going to do. So I'm going to go with what I think is the more sure thing. And Roman goes with Gronk. So
now he's... All right, that'll be interesting. He's putting a run on tight end, perhaps.
Maybe. I've seen these earlier. No other tight end has gone. Gronk's the only one who's gone in the first 3 rounds. But Ertz has gone in the 4th of each draft. Kelsey's gone in the 4th of each draft. So just gives you a little heads up. I guess we have a little advantage here.
Yeah.
They've gone in the 4th. So it's Nepp's up again. He picked McCoy last time, so hopefully he makes up for that. I mean, he could be a good pick. We just don't know this.
You never know.
We don't know the injury right now. And he plays for Buffalo, who he barely got in the playoffs just because Andy Dalton decides to throw a bomb and beat the Ravens, which was kind of ridiculous. So that was kind of crazy to see the Bills in the playoffs, and the Lions don't make it. While we're waiting for Nepp's pick, that just bothers me. No Lions playoffs. That whole Falcons game, week 3.
Yep.
That touchdown that wasn't a touchdown.
That was a touchdown.
10-second runoff. That's why the Lions are in the playoffs, right?
Every year something crazy like that happens.
They'd be in an NFC that's weak.
Yeah,
year,
very
I feel
weak.
like.
Oh, I think
when
it's
your
very
2 starting quarterbacks of the 1 and 2 seeds are Foles and Case Keenum. So,
well, yeah, I guess I say that, but I feel like the whole it's a tough one. And that's looking at this bracket, I'm like,
we're gonna do that on our next episode. We're just gonna do a playoff episode. We're gonna pick our teams. This is gonna be interesting. Nepp goes with Michael Thomas, so it puts you on the clock, Jeff.
A lot of New Orleans players coming off the board right away. All right.
Yeah, three New Orleans players in the first 9 picks. So that's like the first round team that people think could do something.
Right. All right. Well, I'm thinking through here. What position is?
I see one player out there that I see one really good one. I do.
I'm not. Oh.
That I think could play at least 2 games.
Yeah, I have a couple that I think could. Man, I feel like it's not going to get back to me. I feel like
you'll have 4 picks after this one before you pick again. So.
You know what's the crazy part is like you look through these teams and wide receiver is so weak.
It gets weaker quick.
Yeah, it's like very weak. Like
it does.
You still have Julio out there, but
he might only play one game.
Yeah, more than likely he's playing 1 game. At this point, I might as well just put it out there. I am thinking either between Fournette, who I personally think is going to play 2 games, or you have to go Hunt.
Yep, that's it.
And I think he has a good chance of playing 2 games as well. Which team do I like more?
That's what it comes down to. It's not even the player here. It's the team.
Yeah.
It's what team will make it more. I mean, yeah, what team do you think is going to play more games?
I think they play the same amount. But if I'm going to go here, I got to go for the hot hand, and I'm going to take Hunt.
All right. Not a bad pick. This is actually the first time he hasn't gone in the first round in one of these. So that's I think a steal. I think it's a really solid pick. So let's see who Matthew picks next. So Jeff goes Hunt. You got Kamara and Hunt.
Right.
I say his name different every time, Kamara. Everyone does.
And so just to let you guys know as well, I'm not sure if we went over this, but we're going in a roster. You only can fill one roster. If they lose, they're out. Done. You can't fill it out. You have one quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and a flex. So technically, I could get one more running back.
And it's
if I would
half-point
like.
PPR.
And which I did not know. Half-point PPR, which is, all right, that's good to know.
Which, I mean, wouldn't have changed, which makes your Kamara pick even better.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's even better for you.
No, that wouldn't have changed because, as I just talked about, the wide receiver situation is a little weak.
All right. Let's see here. Matthew goes with Drew Brees. So.
All right.
The Saints are pretty much gone unless you want to pick Ted Ginn later. So
I might do
they're pretty much it. So now we got Cody, I believe, up for 2 picks. He picked Bell with his first. So let's see what he's going to do here. There's some interesting players here. And then after this, so he has his 2, then one more. Then Jeff's back around. There's some good players. You'll get good players in this round here. I mean, shoot, maybe you get Fournette and has your flex. I think it'd be a no-brainer if Fournette's there.
Yeah, I would do that.
And Cody picks Dion Lewis, which I hoped would get to me at the end of the third because I think he's solid for especially PPR format. And
he might play 3-4 games.
Yep. So he went Dion Lewis, and then he started the third.
3 or 4. 3 games.
he started the third with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill here. All right. So one more pick before Jeff.
I like Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I mean, he's on a team that could win a game or two. We don't know. But Dion Lewis, he's kind of my sleeper pick for this and hoping he wouldn't get picked too early in these, but he went in the third in each one before this one went in the second. So everyone was on that one too. No, he can't sneak by people with that. Travis Kelce.
Okay, took Kelce. Well, it makes my decision easy.
Yep,
I'm going to go Fournette.
And you just load up with the running backs. Yeah. You're pretty set. I like your team.
I think all 3 of these guys have a good chance of playing 2 games at least. So
I think so too. So not bad at all. Fournette lasted. That's the first time he's lasted this long in the draft.
I'm kind of surprised.
Me too.
But good for me. Now I got to find
value. Now you need wide receiver. You're done with running back because that's your flex now.
I can't even take another running back.
So you'll need 2 receivers, a quarterback. And quarterback's the interesting one now for you. I picked Brady, so I'm done with that. But you just kind of Breeze is gone. Yeah. So there's still Roethlisberger, obviously.
I was going to say he probably will be the next one to come off the board. But after that, I mean, it's very interesting. Do you go for a guy like Foles, who has a good team behind him, can probably play a few more games, or do you take that chance on someone like after that it's Case Keenum, really? Or I mean, man,
I can't. I took the complete opposite strategy as you. Didn't even plan this whole thing. Like you have all running backs. I have none yet.
Well, I mean,
I have 2 picks before me. So actually, you know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping for Latavius Murray. Actually, for the Vikings, because I think they get 2 games.
That's a good one.
Maybe. Or there's Devontae Freeman, but he might only get 1.
Yeah, that one scares me because I think they're only getting 1, but he's the next best
And then there's Jay Ajayi, who think, but if Wentz was the quarterback, I'd like that pick.
Right.
So let's see what they go here. Okay, 2 picks are done, and it's my pick. Julio went.
All right.
Then Adam Thielen.
Ooh, Thielen. I like that pick.
So I'm up with 2 picks. So I'm going to go Latavius Murray because I think he has the best shot to play. I think I get 2 games out of him. He's been pretty good.
Yeah, very solid. Gets in the end zone. On a good team, obviously.
This is where it gets interesting. You know what? I am going to go Zach Ertz.
All right.
Switch up my strategy.
Tight end.
Yeah, I'm going to do something different here.
All right. So all of a sudden, all of the tight ends, or the top 3, I should say, are off the board.
Yep.
At this point, I probably leave it because I don't know who the heck I would go with.
All right. Roman picked, and he picked Jared Goff. Jared Goff ahead of Roethlisberger.
That is surprising. Actually, that's very surprising. I kind of get it because, Pittsburgh could go down, and I think Goff will get multiple games. I don't know how much they're going to let him throw the ball around.
I think this draft is going very nicely for you because I think there's a pick at wide receiver here that should be yours if it doesn't get picked right now.
How many?
One more pick before you. Who would be the receiver you'd look at? I got one on my mind. I don't think there's any way he lasts to me next time. on a team that could play 2 to 3 games at least.
Yeah, I was thinking Brandon Cooks. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So if Cooks falls there, I think you pick him. And everything's falling right for you right now.
It was between that or like Roethlisberger for me at that point.
But I think if Cooks is there, I think
I
the amount of talent, because you don't have the receiver, and by far he's the best.
And I really do think they're probably going to play 3 games. So.
And then you also got to look at, let's see here. So I picked a quarterback. Tomas has picked a quarterback. Matthews picked a quarterback. So we got 3 quarterbacks picked. So there's only 2 other teams other than yourself that need quarterbacks. So there's Roethlisberger.
But after that,
2 more.
that's where. So case was it going to be Keenum, Roethlisberger, and
people have been picking Alex Smith in these.
I don't agree with that.
I don't either. Matt Ryan, Cam Newton. Oh yeah, so
I don't know. I mean, that's why
the nice thing would be if 2 people right here, well, he's one, or if this person picked a quarterback, if Net picked a quarterback right here, he did. Case Keenum. So,
man.
So
it really is falling into me.
So this is how. So now there's only you and Cody need a quarterback, right? Is that what I'm thinking here? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get either Roethlisberger or you get the next guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was gonna say I like how we didn't name him because we don't know who it would be.
So that's where it gets interesting. You just take Cooks here and hope he doesn't pick him. He has 2 picks. He has 2 picks before you pick again.
He's gonna pick him though.
So Cooks won't get back to you probably. If Cooks doesn't get back to you, maybe Juju does, but maybe he doesn't. Then Alshon.
Yeah, I think I would have to
Robert
go.
Woods, Julio. Oh, Julio's gone. Why I put Julio on there? So
that's a tough one, man.
It is.
I gotta look at a few of these guys, and also I wanted to talk out loud, and then I realized like we're going against each other for a moment.
Well, there's so many picks before me. Like there's 3, 6, there's 8 picks before I pick again. Chances are in this kind of format, any player worthwhile picking right now is not going to last to me.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I was wondering how far down Hogan is going to.
Oh yeah, Hogan actually. He's only been picked in 1 league.
I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, only in 1 league was he picked.
They sat him the last game to make sure he was healthy for the playoffs, so I like him a lot too.
Yep. I have him on my list. He's like my last round pick if I maybe if I needed him, but I have some others I hope
him, and then obviously Alshon is still around too. Those 3 I would think would be the top guys. I mean, who else?
I've picked both Juju and Alshon in draft so far.
And Juju's out there too.
Because I mean, he's been good, and he could play 3 games, but I think at the minimum he gets 2.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe bet. But
he might not. You never know. Without upsets happen, but taking the odds into things,
especially with Pittsburgh, you never
take
know.
the odds into it. He should play 2 games. So it's going to be Cooks or Roethlisberger. Basically, it's what it comes down to.
How many teams right now have tight ends? It's just 3 off the board.
Oh, that's right.
Tight
end 2. Let's see. Kelsey's gone, Gronk's gone, and Ertz is gone. So just 3. So the tight end's position.
So if we're talking about that, you have to think you're just going, kind of best available. But at the same time,
there's Rudolph, there's Olsen, there's Delaney Walker, who probably doesn't play more in the game. There's Jesse James from Pittsburgh.
That's why you have to think that that Rudolph is probably the next guy off the board.
Yep.
So that's another one that gets a little shifty. So you have to kind of start figuring out who's left, who's going to go. Oh, man, I got 2 wide receivers to get and a QB. I'm going to come up short on one of these positions already, so I know that. But I think we'll find out real quick.
Who's it going to be?
Who's he going to pick?
Who are you pick? You're up.
Oh, I'm up right now? Well, hold it.
Yeah, you're good. You're good to go.
Oh, who was the one that went right before me?
Keenum.
Oh, my God. I've been sitting here the whole time?
I'm waiting.
Dude, I'm sorry. I thought one more person had to go. So, I'm going to go Brandon Cooks.
There
you? Yeah.
I think that's the pick. I think that's the pick.
Yeah, I do too.
Because now you just hope.
I thought I was waiting for one more pick.
We got a podcast to fill. It works.
That's hilarious.
So Matthew is up. Now, you don't have to worry about his pick. It's about Cody's pick coming up. Cody has 2 of them. If Cody does not pick Roethlisberger, he's yours. And the draft has fallen perfectly.
Yes.
It pretty much has. If he does pick a quarterback, though, and it's somebody other than Roethlisberger, surprisingly, then you don't even have to pick Roethlisberger.
I can wait all day. He can be that would be crazy.
He tried to pick McCoy, who's already gone.
All right, so this is going well for me so far.
he's looking at running back, which means he might turn off and go you might get Freeman here. So the Freeman's still on the board because I guess people aren't thinking he's gonna play very much. So you're not picking Freeman. Freeman's not over, but I'd take Freeman if he gets back to me in the 5th.
I think
I don't think he will, but I would pick him.
I think that's a very solid pick. You hope that he would get 2. He's probably getting 1 game, but you think he's going to do well enough.
He's currently typing, so let's see who Matthew picks. Matthew's going to pick somebody interesting.
Drum roll.
Now he's not typing anymore, so I'm going to wait and wait and wait.
He's making me wait now that I made everyone else wait.
We'll see. He's probably thinking he had McCoy on his mind, and then he had nobody else thinking of it this pick. Because I don't know how people are doing it, how they're getting their rosters. It's interesting. They're not sitting on ESPN on a draft board where life's easy.
Yeah, you don't get best available.
No, so it makes it interesting. There's the Titans. People are just avoiding the Titans completely. Derrick Henry, Delaney Walker's a good tight end from there. Decent. I just said Delaney Walker's a good tight end. I hate Delaney Walker. He's not a good tight end. McKinnon is the pick. So now Cody has 2.
So, yes.
So now let's see what happens with these 2 picks.
Hold it. McKinnon was the first one, though, right?
Oh, no, that was a different guy. Different guy. So now the 2 you have to worry about right now from Cody. He has 2 picks right now. There's also a wide receiver-wise. Diggs is still out there.
Yeah, Diggs. I mean, who else? Do you see anyone on Buffalo?
I need a wide receiver here, too. So.
I mean, Jacksonville... Do you see anyone
there? He's gone.
Roethlisberger's gone?
And okay. Juju.
Oh, and Juju. Oh, man. This puts me... All right. Well, I think that... Am I up?
Nope, not yet. One more pick.
All right. So if Elshon doesn't disappear...
So
I figure I have to take Elshon.
Because now quarterback's done, so... I mean, you're the only one with a quarterback left.
Yeah.
So
I would take Hogan, but I'd be afraid of...
This is the 5th round, so we got 2 more after this. So you don't take quarterback till the 7th now.
Yeah. So now I got to go tight end and wide receiver.
Yeah. Matthews picks Cooper Kupp.
Wow.
Right?
That's a little premature on that one. So now it is my turn.
It's your turn. I mean, Cooper Kupp, I wouldn't even pick him first on his team as wide receiver. Robert Woods.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
But for me... I got to go Elshon Jeffrey.
Alshon. I think that's the pick. I've picked Alshon in at least one of these so far.
I like Hogan a lot too, but I feel weird doubling up, even though I don't know.
Let's see. All right, so now I got to think here. So you are now done at any position that can bother me.
Yeah.
So we can
talk about it.
I got 1 receiver. And I got 1 running back. We just went complete opposite strategies. Yeah. Who knows what'll happen?
So you have 1 wide receiver. So which one are you leaning towards right now?
I don't even know.
So Hogan is left. Other than him...
Because a couple of the guys I wanted just went.
So Diggs, Hogan... I mean, after that, was it Robert Woods?
And I got 2 picks right here. So I got 2 picks to do.
Funchess? For a game?
Yeah, that's...
Are you leaning towards wide receiver, or would you go running back?
Well, Freeman just was picked, so I would have picked Freeman. Freeman's gone.
Oh, who else went after?
Nobody yet. Now Diggs. Ugh, I would have probably picked Diggs. So Diggs is gone. All right, so I got 2 picks.
So are you looking Ajayi?
I like Ajayi because I like him so much more if Foles wasn't playing. I think they're going to go further. There isn't many good options here. So if I think the Rams are going to play 2 games, I am going to go Robert Woods, I think, as my first pick here. Just because I think maybe they get 2 games.
Well, I'm kind of surprised that you said that. You're not going with your boy.
I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do here.
You're not going Watkins, huh?
I don't trust him. And so I have now 2 wide receivers. I need 1 more running back. I have to go Ajayi. I have to go Ajayi.
Yeah, running back is there's always Tevin Coleman too.
Yeah, I'm going to avoid that one. Yeah, he hasn't been picked yet in any of these drafts.
I don't think.
So I don't know if I like my team, but hey, I like Brady and Brown. So I haven't been picking the sexiest teams, but I've been picking the teams I think could get games out of it. Actually, I only have 1 first-round player right now in Robert Woods. That's it. I got Brown, 2nd round, Brady, 2nd round, Murray, 2nd round, Ertz, 2nd round, Ajayi, 2nd round. Loading up on the teams that are the 1 and 2 seeds and should go, I guess.
Burkhead, it's not a bad way to go.
Burkhead was just picked. I don't even know his health status right now.
I don't either. But if he's healthy, it's actually a pretty clever pick this late.
It is. It's if he's healthy. I actually thought in a couple of these, I thought about James White as the 7th round flex because like who knows? Look what he did last year. He doesn't really have health right now either. So so one more pick before you're up again, which means you'll get a tight end.
Ooh.
It doesn't. I mean, yeah, you probably go tight end here.
I'm going tight end.
Probably
I go
Rudolph, right? I think your picks have kind of fallen for you. If Roethlisberger had, that would have been complete perfect.
Yeah, that would have been really nice. So I'm gonna hopefully I'll take Rudolph. If it's not him, then I'm gonna have a quick decision.
Yeah, because you got Neps picking right now. He needs a tight end as well, so he very well might. Ooh, we went Christian McCaffrey. Who I thought of McCaffrey. I just don't know if they're gonna play.
Yeah.
So you're up?
Yeah, you wish you knew if Carolina was going to pull a rabbit out of their hat because having like Cam in that situation would be really wonderful.
Yep.
But for me, and that would be wonderful for Olsen too, but I don't see them getting past New Orleans, but I could be wrong on that one.
All right, so you're up. You pick Rudolph.
Yeah, I take Rudolph.
Matthew's up. So you got Rudolph. You have a pretty solid team. It's all going to depend on Saints get out of the first round, Chiefs get out of the first round, Jaguars get out of the first round.
Yeah.
If those first 3 picks got out of the first round, if all of them get out of the first round,
they're all the higher seeds in those matchups too.
Yeah, you could be in good shape there if they get those 2 games. Matthew picked Keelan Cole.
Keelan Cole. All right, going for the dark horse here. Going for Jacksonville wide receiver.
Cody's going to finish it up. He needs a tight end and flex spot to finish up his draft. Let's see who he finishes up his team with. Waiting to see. Let's see. He has 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a quarterback. His tight end will probably be Olsen. He has to think. Yeah, at this point, you start to have to think. His quarterback will be probably or tight end will be Olsen or Walker, I would think, at this point. Or maybe Jesse James. You go like Jesse James there. That's the other one. So he has 2 of them. After that.
So who do you have left?
I got my flex.
Oh, so you can go any which way on this one.
Yep, I can just figure out. There's one I have in mind that I hope is still there, I think. Let's see if there's anybody else. I'd like to get Funchess if he lasts there. I think a 7th round pick of Funchess is pretty solid.
Yeah.
And if not, I'll go. I don't know what I'll go. I wish the health situation with the Tennessee running backs was clear because I could go if I get 1 game and a 7th pick from Henry or Murray. If I knew they were the starter, it wouldn't be bad. But who knows what Murray's health is there. And there's also Jonathan Stewart's always an option for 1 game. He can punch in a couple touchdowns. So yeah, Cam Newton hasn't been picked. Matt Ryan, Alex Smith. Which one are you going with?
Has Hogan been picked?
He has not. So I have Chris Hogan. I could go there.
I like Hogan better for your flex.
I might go with him. Yeah, my final spot there. If he makes it through here, still waiting on Cody. It's a big decision to finish up these 2 picks. It's been a pretty quick little draft here. I like this.
I don't blame him on this one. I mean, might as well do my thinking out pattern anyway. I have a QB I have to pick. The majority of teams are taking at least the higher seed ones. Besides for Philadelphia, who still has Foles there, who has not looked bad instead of Wentz, but you never know what you're going to get, especially come playoff time. Or I could go someone like Cam Newton. Hope he gets by. Alex Smith, where you think that he's going to play 2 games. Bortles, you think he's going to play 2 games. You think that they max out there, though. And Philadelphia is going to play the lower seed no matter who comes out of there. More than likely, that's going to be Carolina or New Orleans, obviously not. And assuming Los Angeles takes care of Atlanta. I think both of those teams are kind of scary, though. I like Philly a lot, but for some reason, with Wentz not there, it cuts my confidence in half. What are you thinking on that?
I don't have any faith in them. I don't have any faith in anybody left right now.
They throw so much, though. Like, they throw into the end zone so much, I should say.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. And
then if they get by that next game, then then who is it? It's either Los Angeles or Minnesota. Like, that whole side, it's very possible Philly could still do it.
That's why I have Ajayi and Ertz, because I think they can, because the NFC is just weak. They really are. I don't think they're good, but I don't think the Eagles are good, but they could get by him.
I would take Cam, but I really think New Orleans is going to win.
I do too. I think New Orleans is going to win that game. Still waiting on Cody. He's making some big decisions. I saw him typing a couple times and then stops, so he doesn't know who he wants to pick here yet.
Do I take a large risk? I think I would have to go Foles.
Do you think he gets the 2 games? I mean, Alex Smith. Do you think Alex Smith gets 2 games?
Yeah, I do.
So
I think Smith. This is me.
Could he get 3? He could get 3.
No, he couldn't get 3.
He could.
You think they're going to beat New England?
They already did. But no, I don't think they're going to beat them.
I was going to say, come on, be real.
I don't think they're going to beat them a second time. That's probably not going to happen.
Also, I mean, 3 games would be better than 1, obviously. But you really think Alex Smith is going to throw a whole lot in the playoffs?
No, probably
not. I mean, they went back to their bread and butter and gave the ball a lot to Hunt.
All right, here comes Cody. It looks like he's making his picks finally. All right, I'm waiting. He's typing again. He's going to back out on us again. It's tough, man. These last picks. Greg Olsen and Christian McCaffrey, who was already picked.
Yeah.
So I will let him know that. So he gets Olsen, though, at least. So I figured Olsen would go there to him. That was the tight end probably option. Now he has to wait and pick his next one again. McCaffrey would have been a good pick this late in the draft. But we'll see what he goes with. Waiting. What's Cody? He didn't see it. He's sorry about that. It's great podcast radio here, Jeff. Isn't it? Just waiting for one pick.
Just wait.
So how do you like your team so far? Big fan? If this was like a regular draft, man, you'd be like,
oh yeah, I would love it.
You'd just love life right now.
Yeah. I mean,
with all rookie running backs. Think about that.
I would have really liked to get a Kelsey Gronk, one of those guys. I would have loved to get one of them. I just didn't feel right picking them that high because I think both get at least. I think Gronk could get 3, but I think, I feel like Kelsey's going to get 2, and with those guys, that is going to blow every other tight end out of the water, kind of thing. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm down. But Rudolph, he's kind of a sneaky one. He catches a touchdown. I mean, he could play a couple games and then. But that's probably the one where I'm not that crazy about. But I think Fournette gets 2. Hunt, Kamara. I think I could. I think I loaded up on many multiple game guys, but I don't know if I'm going to get those 3-4 game.
We'll see. If you get a 4-gamer, good shape.
That would be crazy. Yeah.
All right. Funchess was picked by Cody, and then Matthew rounded out his team with Derrick Henry. So you are up with your quarterback pick,
and this one's really tough for me. I went back and forth between, I think for me it's either Foles or Cam, and just kind of roll the dice. I still am not going to go Alex Smith. I'm going to go Foles.
Because you think he'd get the game.
Yeah, I think he'll get it next. I think he will.
Newton's the better option at actual quarterback for 1 game, but 100%. I don't expect him to get 2.
I don't either.
So get Foles. That's what you get when you load up on running back. You end up with the Foles, and I end up with the Brady, but I end up with Latavius Murray and Ajayi. So, hey.
Yeah. Which, yeah, both on high seed teams, so they could turn out really well.
Yep.
But, the Ajayi one is I think, a little rougher.
Ooh, Chris Hogan was just picked.
Oh.
Final. It went after Foles, Jesse James went. Then Hogan went. 1 pick before me.
I love that Hogan pick.
So I have a pick here. Man, what do I do? There is nothing.
Yeah, it's wide open, though. You can get any position, really. Well, wide receiver, running back.
I mean, D.D. Westbrook, Sammy Watkins. Oh, it's all my guys.
Watkins is out there.
There's Jonathan Stewart, who I don't trust. There's nobody. Nelson Aguilar.
Martavis Bryant. If you think Pittsburgh's going to make some ruckus.
I'm going to load up. I'm going to hope for a Martavis Bryant touchdown and get him to go along with Antonio Brown. I'm picking Martavis.
There you go. Change it up a bit.
All right. I'm letting them know the draft is over. All right.
There we go.
Not too bad. That was a nice little draft there. So playoff draft number 4 actually is done. Jeff's first. So
there we go.
I like the draft for you, Jeff. I think it's going to be a solid team.
Yeah.
So
run us down your picks real quick.
I have, let's see, I'll just go quarterback. My quarterback is Tom Brady. My running backs are Latavius Murray and Jay Ajayi. And then at wide receiver, I got Antonio Brown, Robert Woods with Martavis Bryant at my flex. So I'm just hoping for multiple games, basically, at this point. What do you got, Jeff, then?
I got Foles at QB. That's kind of hoping and praying on that one. Then I got Kamara and Hunt at my running back positions. And then I have Brandon Cooks and Alshon Jeffrey as my wide receivers. Rudolph at my tight end, who is always pretty solid. And then Fournette at my flex. So I am running back heavy with a case of the kind of up and downs as my wide receivers. So hopefully both of them do well. And I have a wait and pray at quarterback.
All right. Well, good luck to Cody, Matthew, Nep, and Roman, who all joined us for this. I'm probably going to do at least one more of these, I'm guessing, this week on Instagram. So if you're following us on Instagram at Fantasy Football Prophet, keep an eye out for that. I'm going to pick them randomly because, we've had quite a few people that are interested in this, and I get it. I mean, you get to do a draft this time of year. Everyone's kind of itching for some fantasy football stuff. If you're listening to this podcast, you're itching for fantasy football information or to get to do a draft again. So keep an eye out on our Instagram page, and we'll be doing maybe one more of these, maybe two. Who knows? Maybe I'll get bored and do a few of them. So keep an eye out for that. We'll talk to you guys next time.